Good evening, everybody. It is Charlie here, and welcome back to another live stream on the Chatting Leeds YouTube channel. It's time for your live edition of The Last Say. As we delve into, in a little bit more detail, that absolute dross that we had to watch yesterday afternoon as Leeds United lost out 3-1 to West Ham at the London Stadium, which pretty much all but confirmed relegation to the Championship, in my opinion. Just before we get into it in a little bit more detail, please smash that like button if you do enjoy it. It really does help get the video out there and gets more eyes onto the channel. Please subscribe if you're brand new as well. We're on the road to 3,000 subscribers. If you could do me a solid and hit that subscribe button, that would be amazing. Hit that notification bell so that you're always aware of when I'm going live like I am now, and uploading as well. And of course, get all of your thoughts and opinions in the live chat as we go. I do appreciate that there might be other creators going live at the same time, but tonight at this time is probably the best time for me tonight, given other things that I've got going on. So I thought I'd just jump on and go live now, guys. Appreciate everyone that's in the chat. There's 9 of you at the minute, which is great to see. I can see there's a few comments that have already been made. We'll get into them straight off the bat. Julie's in the building. Hiya, Julie. How we doing? Just gutted after yesterday's debacle. Absolutely disgusted with them. Rumours around 49ers still taking over. I really hope that's true and they clear out all the dead wood. You and me both, Julie. Will be speaking a little bit about that shortly, so stay tuned. Paul's saying Premier League is really tough. You have to get so many things right, and unfortunately, we got very little right this season. Yep, 100% agree. And Mark's in the building. Evening, Mark. How we doing? Mark's just saying what we're going to do with no strikers. Rodrigo Bamford out injured. Are we going to see Rutter or Sonny Perkins? It's a miracle. It's miracle time. Beat Spurs. Leicester, Everton don't get a point. Yeah, I mean, we really need a miracle from somewhere, don't we? If we are going to stay in the Premier League, but I just can't see it now, guys. I'll be completely honest and real with you now. I think that's us done. It's been a nice 3 years in the Premier League. Well, actually, it was only one nice season, wasn't it? Because since the start of last season, it's been a shit show, really, hasn't it? It hasn't been good at all. Since that 9th place finish in the first season, we've just gone backwards. They were naive after that first season. They were arrogant. They thought that because we finished 9th with the squad we did in the first season, that automatically meant that we could go into the second season last year and just breeze it again. Like, no. And I think we were all victims of it. I remember coming on this channel at the start of last season in my season predictions video for last season, saying that we were going to finish 7th. How stupid do I look? 17th, not, But again, I think we were all not deluded, but we were all sucked in. We all believed what the board were saying in program notes, in interviews. We all believed it. And then the writing was just on the wall the first game of last season at Old Trafford when Scum beat us 5-1. It was on, the writing was there. It was there in plain daylight for us to see. But again, at the time, you think it's just a freak result on the opening day. And then, as I say, guys, since then, it's just been a straight downward spiral. But obviously, it is a sad day today when you think about it. We have to come to terms with the fact that I know it's not official and it's not, confirmed or anything, but yesterday we all but confirmed relegation to the Championship. And it's weird because even just saying that out loud, I'm not sat here upset. I'm not sat here angry. I just have no energy for it all now. And I'm actually looking forward to this time next week when the season will be over. It'll be over. Regardless of what happens, whether we perform a miracle and stay in the league, or if we go down like I think we will, and I think we already have, but you know what I mean? It'll be over regardless. This season will be over. And then we can reset. We can reset in the summer. Because like I keep saying, regardless of what league we're in, this club needs a massive reset. And like Julie said in that first comment, if these rumours are true about the 49ers still taking over even if we go down, I hope they come in and I hope they rip this club apart, get it down to bare bricks and just build it back up again. Because, you know, the ownership needs sorting, the director of football needs sorting, a new manager needs sorting, players need to be sold and players need to be brought in, whether that's us using the loan market, whether that's us using parachute payments to buy players. I don't know. But with the parachute payments plus player sales, because there will be players that'll leave for not great money if it's relegation clauses, but it'll still be, decent money. There is a way that Leeds United can come straight back up. Do I think we'll come straight back up if we go down? No. I think we'll, at the very least, we'll do a Sheffield United and have a season down there first, and then the second season down there, we might come up. I don't think we'll do it first time. People keep saying, oh, look at Burnley. We're not Burnley. Burnley went and got company. They not exposed, sorry. They made the most of, the transfer window, the loan market. They brought a load of loanees in who have done well for them. They signed players who were good for them, but also kept a few of the experienced heads in there. And it's worked for them massively. But that won't happen with us. Because Burnley's rebuild is not even on the scale to the rebuild that Leeds United need right now. And Radrizzani trying to buy another club while we're on the brink of relegation. Part of me is happy because it means he wants out and we all want him out. Great. In a bit, mate. See ya. But then part of me is actually quite annoyed that, look, I understand you have to get plans in place. I understand that. But maybe wait until at least the season's done. This time next week, if you want to get on that plane to Italy and sort your deal out with Sampdoria, be my guest in a bit. But, the story came out apparently while Leeds were 2-1 down yesterday. Anyway, let's just get into a few more of your comments. Mark's saying, oops, like the 49ers are taking over. Rad's in Italy now. Watch this space. Yeah, keep your eyes peeled, guys, because I feel like something will be announced in due course. And Kevin's coming with a few comments. Always watching the channel is Kevin. Big up to yourself, mate. Kevin saying, I'll be honest with you, Charlie, I don't base my opinion on one match. I look at patterns. Supported them for 38 years. West Ham would never be on the beach against Leeds United. Moyes said the same thing. We are down. Yeah. Bournemouth will field a weak team. They're not a fan of Leeds either. Yeah, you're on about Bournemouth, Everton there. Yeah, probably. I live near West Ham, Millwall and Crystal Palace ground. Fair enough, mate. You'll be well connected down there, I imagine. Spurs, another London club in poor form, will put the nail in the coffin. They've been more than happy to do that. Yeah, of course they will. And Spurs are in a bit of a rut at the minute, aren't they? They'll be wanting to impress their potential new manager, Arne Slot, a name that we were linked with. Shock. And yeah, they'll see this as a game where they can end the season on a high, at least. Mark saying it's going to cost them a lot of money to get rid of players in the Championship. Bamford, Luke, Forshaw, Dallas, we will still be with us next season, but if the 49ers do take over, it will change. Will it change? Sorry. I mean, hopefully, Mark. Like I was just saying there, they need to come in and it needs to change quickly. Now that you might see that as high expectations, fine, but I expect a lot more from a club the size of Leeds United. Um, you know, I've seen other creators say it, and it's bang on. I've seen tweets about it. The ownership, the director of football, the manager, at least those three need to be sorted within the first month of the window, at least. Then whoever comes in, whoever the manager is, whoever the owners are, they can come in, they can put a recruitment policy in place, go out, make the most of the transfer window, use the loan market. I feel like I keep saying that a lot because, if you look at Sheffield United, James McAtee on loan, Burnley signed players on loan that really, really helped them. And we've never done out like that. Why can't we just use his heads? Tell you why, because we ran by absolute clowns. Absolute clowns. Sean's saying we need a total rebuild from the board downwards. I think we're going to be in the Championship a few seasons before we're back up. Gutted, yeah. And look, Sean, I'm of a similar opinion, mate. I don't think it'll be quite 16 years or anything like that, or like it was last time. But I was saying to someone at work actually because did that. Obviously, it was my first day back at work after my holiday as well. So I had people going, "Oh, how was your holiday? Yeah, it was nice. Yeah." What about Leeds though? Because they all know that I'm Leeds through and through in the office, and as a Spurs fan in office, and he even said, I'm excited for this game because at least we can end the season on a high. And I just said to him, I went, mate, you're not going to be the team that relegates us. We've relegated ourselves because we've been crap all season. And I was saying to someone at work, I expect at least maybe 2 or 3 seasons in the Championship before coming back up at least. I just think we need a massive, massive rebuild. And if it works out for us in the long run, then so be it. I think I accepted relegation after the Bournemouth game, as in like 100%. So, it's Big Sam Allardyce was brought in for 4 games. If we'd have had Allardyce when Javi came in, I think we could have had a chance because there's been a few elements in the performances that have done well, but not all. And that's just made me realise I haven't even spoken about the game itself yesterday. I'm just trying to think. Was there any good points about the game yesterday? It's all a bit of a blur. I've made some notes, obviously, but all I'll say is obviously the players that played yesterday, the performance was nothing short of embarrassing. Look, we could have gone out there, played really well and lost, and I'd have still been gutted. But if the performance had been there, if we'd have at least shown fight, passion, desire, and actually looked like they give a crap about staying in this league, then at least you could take that and go into Spurs and be like, right, come on, let's beat Spurs and hope Bournemouth can beat Everton. But I was watching it with my old man yesterday, and he even said to him, he went, do these players actually know that they're in a relegation battle? Do these players know that we need to win this game to basically stay up? Because like I said in my preview for this game, guys, if we'd have won yesterday, I'd have been sat here saying that Leeds are staying up. 100%. And I know you might think, oh, you're only saying that because we lost. No, genuinely, I said it in my preview. If we'd have won yesterday, we would have stayed up, in my opinion. But it's not in our hands now. We're going into the final game of the season on 31 points. 2 points behind Everton, and Everton are at home to Bournemouth. Now, no disrespect to Bournemouth because they beat us comfortably, but Everton at Goodison, when it's in their hands, of course, if I had an Everton fan on here now, they'd probably be saying, "Oh, I won't be so sure about us, But come on, Everton will beat Bournemouth, or they'll at least get a point. At least they aren't losing that game. No way. And we're not beating Spurs. I think the most we can expect this weekend is a point, and it won't be enough. It won't be enough, and we deserve to go down. I said it in my review last night, which, by the way, guys, if you checked that out, really do appreciate that. It's had over 4,000 views as my match review from yesterday. I've gained a lot of subscribers as well over the last 24 hours. So if you're a new subscriber, I really do appreciate all of the support. There's 25 of you in the building as we speak right now. That's good to see on a Monday evening. If you haven't already, please smash that like button. It really does help get the video out there and get more eyes on the channel. Please subscribe if you're brand new as well. And of course, hit that notification bell and get your comments in, and I will flash them up on screen. But yeah, those players out there, especially second half, just nothing. It was just so uninspiring. It was so hard to get behind, and I was just sat on my dad's sofa, and I was just even just looked round at me, and he went, "You don't look bothered." I went, "I know, because I'm just not anymore." Well, I am obviously because as I'm sure it is for you lot. Leeds and football is a huge part of my life, and I love Leeds United, but I have to be real as well and just sit and just see what I'm seeing with my own eyes. I'm not seeing a team who are fighting for every ball, fighting for every tackle, even when things, aren't working, passages of play aren't working, but at least attempting them, putting effort in. There was none of that. It was the same pattern as it has been in most games this season. First 30 minutes, first maybe 20, 30 minutes, we were on top, we were the better team. We went in front, through, in fairness, a really good goal, good finish from Rodrigo from the Weston McKennie long throw. First assist, by the way, for McKennie in 18 appearances, just saying. And you think, right, go for the jugular now. Get that second goal while you're on top and you're in front. But as soon as the ball hit the net from Rodrigo, it's like everyone just went, right, that's it now. We're done for the afternoon. And come on, guys, we can't defend. So why Big Sam thought we could go in front against West Ham, or anyone for that matter. Don't have to be good. Could be Southampton at this rate at the minute. To go goal up and defend it for the rest of the game. Bear in mind, Rodrigo scored on the 17th minute. So were we expected to hold on to that 1-0 lead from minute 17 to minute 97 or whatever it was? Come on, give your head a wobble. Give your head a wobble. 80 minutes we were expected to hold on to a lead for. 80 minutes. Come on. Guys, we can't defend. It's not happening. If we go a goal up against Spurs on Sunday, I'll celebrate, of course, and it'll be a great atmosphere if it happens. But the only way that has any meaning is if, like, Bournemouth go a goal up at Goodison. And I just can't see it happening. And believe me, I just want to caveat this. I would love nothing more than for them to prove me wrong on Sunday. If for Bournemouth to beat Everton, for Leeds to beat Spurs. If that happened, I'd be speechless. And I would be so thankful, I would be so relieved. But let's be honest, guys, I'm not the only one, surely. It is not happening. We will be relegated on Sunday. And again, even just saying those words out loud, I'm not filled with any anger. I'm not filled with any. I'm just disappointed more than anything. What's point in getting angry and worked up about them when they're not bothered themselves? Luke Aylin's post-match interview really pissed me off as well. Really, really did. I'll be getting into that shortly, but I'm just going to get into a few of your comments. Fergal's in the building. The Sampdoria first offer was rejected, so they'll have to go in with another. You see what I mean? If that's true, and this turns into some long-winded, I can't be bothered with it. Just get it. Just buy Sampdoria and get out of our club. It's as simple as that. Warren's saying he's looking forward to seeing our youth players that have been on loan getting experience in the Championship, even if it takes 2 or 3 years. They will be good to watch. No more overpaid prima donnas. Yeah, and I guess, Warren, if that's the way that you're trying to look at it to try and stay positive, I appreciate that, my friend, but I don't want to be in the Championship. I know it's going to happen, but I don't want to be in the Championship. And what's even more annoying as well is that even if we do sign a lot of players and stuff, there'll still be some of the old guard there, won't there? Ayling will still be here, 100%, even though he should never wear the Leeds shirt again after this season's performances. He had a bit of a purple patch under Javi Gracia, but other than that, shocking. Cock will still be here. Oh, in fact, no, actually, he'll go, actually. And thank God he'll go, because he's been crap. McKennie will just go back to Juve. Fine, in a bit, mate. See you later. Nonto will go. But Cooper will still be here. Forshaw will still be here. Tyler Roberts will come back and he'll still be here. Dan James will still be here. There's literally, out of this current group, I'm going to say maybe 4 or 5 players that I'd actually want to keep. I'd keep Robles, because I feel like last few games, I think he'd be decent in the Championship. I'd keep Nonto. It won't happen. He'll obviously leave as an Italian international, but I would keep Nonto. Love him. Tyler Adams, again, he will go, but I'd love to keep him. Verba. Now, Verba's a weird one. I think Verba will go just because of his international career, but I wouldn't be surprised if we kept him at the same time. So I would watch out for that one, but I'd love to keep Verba, even though I did feel like he was poor yesterday. But overall, I think he's been a good signing. And Rodrigo, I would keep Rodrigo based on his season so far. Again, he'll probably go. But it'd be interesting to hear your thoughts, guys. Out of this current group of players, who would you keep and who would you sell? Even Allardyce. Even Allardyce, if you read between the lines in his post press, is saying the squad is not good enough yet, and said he will. Exactly. When the manager, I don't care how long he's been manager for, when he's coming out and saying that, it's pretty damning, isn't it? Pretty damning. Played the 21s on Sunday, not to lose, and couldn't be any worse than the first team. Let him have a go. Yep, I can understand you thinking there, Julie, but he won't. I think he'll put his best possible team out that he can. Because understandably, they will still feel they have a chance. And I hope they do still feel that they have a chance, because even though we're probably going to go down, let's be honest, we've all accepted that we're going down now. Just give us a performance. Give us a performance. Beat Spurs. Regardless of what happens, beat Spurs. If Everton win as well, so what? Just put in a good performance to at least end this Premier League journey. You know, I used to say to my uncle, I used to say to my dad, all the time, when I was younger and Leeds were in the Championship and League One. Will I ever see Leeds play in the Premier League? Now, I've seen it. I've seen some of the best players in the world play down at Ellen Road, but the journey was definitely better than the destination. And I was saying it to someone at work, like in a jokey way today. I was saying the Championship's more fun anyway. And he kind of laughed and I did, but then afterwards I said, no, joking apart, mate. I remember going to Championship games and it was way more fun than going to these Premier League games. Obviously, because in the Championship we won more games. I just think atmospheres are better in the Championship. But obviously, I understand. I want to stay in the Premier League. Let's just caveat that. But I just, at least we'll get us 10% back on the season ticket, won't we? Every cloud. It's just the more I talk about it, the more annoyed I'm getting. Such a waste. They had it in the palm of their hands. This gold mine that is Leeds United. They could have branded this club all over the world. It's already a massive club, but they could have made it even bigger. Could have after that first season in the Premier League, we finished 9th. And I'm not even saying we had to go and finish 7th, 6th the season after. Even if we'd have just finished like 10th, 11th and just floated around mid-table, just consolidate. But we thought we were going to do that this season after a scare last season. But no, it's just the same. The same old shit. Same shit, different season. Would honestly like to see them play over most of the first team. Yeah, exactly. Will Harrison, Rodrigo Rutter take a wage reduction? Harrison's another one. I forgot about him. I think he'll be gone in the summer. He'll have a relegation clause in that new contract. 100%. Llorente will probably end up coming back, but saying that he'll leave, thank God. And there's Rutter. Is anyone going to want to buy Rutter? Have Hoffenheim got a buyback clause? I don't know. Is there something in his contract about appearances because he's barely played? At least with Rutter in the Championship, you'd expect him to do well, wouldn't you? Fergus saying they haven't been fighting for the last season and a half. Yep, completely agree. The only time last season that I felt we really fought was on the last day against Brentford. They were tired. What about Kevin Sinfield? Back-to-back marathons to help his teammate Rob Burrow. Exactly. It'd be nice if we had some players that gave a shit like Sinfield does. What a bloke, by the way. What a bloke. No faith if any of the players had to say, yeah, none at all, mate. That second half performance yesterday does not fill me with any ounce of confidence that we're going to stay up on Sunday. None. And I feel completely differently now than what I did going into Brentford last season. And that was a year ago to this day that happened. Last season, at least, it was more plausible that we would get out of it. I was still adamant on that morning. I remember stood in my kitchen this time last year on the morning of that Brentford game. And I remember saying to my father-in-law, I said, there's no way we're staying up today. And then we did. Obviously, I'm saying that now this time round, but I feel like last season, like I say, it felt like it was a lot closer. Burnley had Newcastle, so you expected Newcastle to win that. And we had Brentford, not an easy game, but not an hard game either. It was a bit, Whereas this one is Spurs now. I know Spurs are in a bit of a rut at the minute, but believe me, that'll change on Sunday. And Everton have got Bournemouth at home. Oh. And you know what? Leicester play Newcastle tonight, don't they? If Leicester get 4 points out of today, and then they've got West Ham on the final day, if they get 4 points out of that, then they'll stay up, and us and Everton will both be down. We're acting like Leicester are out of the equation. They're not. I don't think they'll beat Newcastle tonight, though. That could come back to bite me on the arse, but Newcastle will secure Champions League football tonight. So, nah, I can't see it. Imagine us, Leicester and Southampton. That's 3 massive clubs going down to the Championship, who everyone in that division will want to beat us, by the way. I was thinking about it yesterday. Blackburn, Preston, Bristol City, Ipswich, Plymouth, Hull, Stoke, either Sheff Wednesday or Barnsley, whoever wins that final. Either Luton or Coventry, whoever loses that final. Sunderland, Middlesbrough. I can't be bothered. But I know it's going to happen, but I can't be bothered. Honestly. On a positive, Tyler Roberts up front next season. I actually hate Tyler Roberts. Honestly. Oh, God. Honestly. Oh. Anyway, worst performance of the season for me, given what was at stake and then playing on Thursday. Exactly. They were on the piss a few nights before, and they completely took the piss out of us. To play against the West Ham team, still half-paid, says it. Oh, no passion, mate. Feel sorry for the fans, which are the best in the world, to be honest. Yeah, we all know that, and we don't deserve what we're being served up at the minute. Charlie, I supported Leeds under Revit, followed them everywhere, and it breaks my heart to see how. Yeah, my uncle's the exact same. Julie's how old's my uncle? He's 71. He's lived through Don Revie, Howard Wilkinson. He's lived through all those days. The Munich Champions League final. He's seen it all, and even he's feeling really, really low at the minute. And he's experienced in all this. Rob Wedge, Drame, Cresswell, Helder, Not Sure, Left Back, Nonto, Greenwood, JB, Joffrey, Somerville, Perkins. Yeah. It's not good though, that, in my opinion. It's not good, that. Route to 35 mil to sit on the bench. Yeah, exactly. What a great bit of business that was from Victor Orta. They don't deserve to wear the badge, none of them. I hope to God we stay up, the 49ers take over and get rid of them all. New manager, but if we do go down, will the 49ers? Yeah, I still think they'll take over even if we go down, but it'll be interesting to see what approach they take with it. And this comment's bang on. It's a massive job to sort this mess out before the start of the new season. Agreed. Don't write Leicester off tonight, Charlie. Look at Forest. Did you see that coming? I did actually, Kevin. I did see that Forest result coming. I knew that they would get something against Arsenal. I just had a feeling. Just had a funny feeling on that day. I just thought, yeah, they're definitely getting something. And another reason why I don't expect us to do anything on Sunday as well is why on earth in games do we take the lead and then just stop playing? Like, surely it's a tactic from Allardyce, is that? But if it is, it's a really bad one. Really, really bad tactic, that, from Sam Allardyce. And Rodrigo is probably the only player yesterday that comes out with any bit of credit. You know, he was prepared. You know, he played injured for about half an hour. And how bad and damning is that on Rutter when Allardyce comes out in the post-match press conference saying the only reason why he kept Rodrigo on is because he didn't feel he had another number 9 to come on? Wasn't Rutter signed to be the number 9? It's just shocking. And Ayling's interview really pissed me off as well. They ran out of steam this season. They just don't have legs for it. I'm not sure if he said those words exactly, but that was basically the point he was making. I was thinking, what? What are you talking about? What are you actually talking about? In this situation, what we lack in ability, we should thrive with, fight, determination, play for that fucking badge. But we don't, and I just don't get it. You'd have thought we were the team that had just qualified for a European final. You'd have thought we were the team who were on the piss a few nights ago in another country. West Ham just breezed through us. That third goal they scored yesterday, the defending is an absolute shambles. I wouldn't even call it defending, it's just bad. Very, 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 very bad. And look, as I've said in the comments, guys, sorry, in the title of this video, how on earth has it got this bad? What happened after that first season in the Premier League? What happened at half time against Crystal Palace a few weeks ago? Like, what has actually happened to us? We obviously know why. It's more of a rhetorical question because we know why. We know how it's got this bad. Poor ownership, poor management, poor players. We should be bottom of the league with how we've played this season. How at the minute there are two teams worse off than us is I do not know. I'm just so done with it. Like I was saying to someone at work again, because again, everyone knows I'm a season ticket holder. There's people in the office that know that I do this content, and I always get asked after every Leeds game how I feel and how I'm feeling. And a few lads in the office who are also Leeds fans have been quite optimistic of late. But as soon as I said today, yeah, I think that's it. Even they were just like, yeah, it's done now. Even the most optimistic Leeds fans, Joe Wayman over on the Just Joe Football Show. I love his content, by the way. And if he is watching, big congrats to you, mate, for hitting 20K. I can only dream of that, and hopefully I will get there one day. But he's so optimistic. He's a passion merchant, and that's why he's great. But even his review yesterday just said it all as well. Even he thinks we're down. The most optimistic Leeds fans are even saying that we're down now, and it's just a real sad state of affairs, isn't it? Jordan saying, I don't trust the 49ers either. They must have had some say in the decisions over the last 18 months. Yeah. And I can understand that, Jordan, mate. I really can. And I've seen a lot of tweets. I've seen a lot of other creators say it as well. And it's a really good point. But again, can it be any worse than what it is at the minute? I'm not so sure. And to be honest, mate, there's no other company, there's no other consortium, there's no other business owners or whatever who are willing to take over the club. The 49ers already have it in a contract, they already have it agreed that they will take over. So I think it will be the 49ers. But again, I completely agree with what it is that you're saying, that as with any new owner of any club, you don't know what to expect, do you? You don't know if to trust them. But only time will tell. And I think it's going to happen, Jordan. And we just need to get on board with it the best we can. And I just hope to God that whoever it is, whether it's 49ers or someone else that comes out of the blue, I don't know. Hopefully someone from Saudi. And you might think, oh, don't say that. Let's be honest, we would not give a rat's ass if it was our club. Let's just be real. But yeah, whoever it is, they need to come in and they need to get it right. And it's a lot of pressure. I get that, but they need to get it right. Simple. Good director of football, good manager, and good players. And it sounds simple saying that. It's obviously not as simple as that. And I'm trying to not be unrealistic. I try to remain realistic. But like I said earlier, within the first month of this window in the summer, again, regardless what league we're in, come Sunday night, the ownership, the director of football, and the manager all need to be sorted within that first month for me. Because then that gives whoever comes in the opportunity to have more time to bring the right players in to hopefully either push on as a Premier League club. I know it won't happen, but let's just put it out there that it is still a possibility. Or the more likely scenario to get us back to the Premier League as soon as possible. And he's saying smash a like for Charlie. Appreciate that, mate. There's 28 of you in the building as we speak. Please smash a like on the video. It really does help get it out there. Please subscribe if you're brand new. Hit that notification bell and, of course, get your comments in. We'll only go for a few more minutes, guys. I do need to jump off shortly, but we'll just get into a few more comments. The players were good enough to create many chances. If only we had a striker. Bamford dropped at least 7 points. Yeah, I think Leeds as a team have dropped 25 points from winning positions this season now, including yesterday. Even if we had half of those points on top of what we've got now, would be about, what, 13th, 14th? Anyway. Who put the money up for Rutter, 35 million? Sam kept Rodrigo on even though he had Rutter on the bench and he put Greenwood on. Yeah, I know. What a clown. Did the 49ers have a say on sacking Bielsa? We all know it's... I don't know. In all honesty, I don't know. I think that was all Rad's, in all honesty. From the interview he gave to The Athletic at the start of this season, it does sound like it was his decision. He kind of made his mind up, I think, after the 3-3 draw with Aston Villa. So, yeah, is what it is. I try to get Rooney to manage. Look what he did with Derby, considering that, yeah. I don't know, Fergal. I really, really don't, mate. I don't have a clue. I think Pellegrino Matarazzo would be a good catch to get us back up. He's saved Hoffenheim and Stuttgart from relegation 2 seasons in a row. I'm not aware of him, but whoever he is, if he's good, yeah, fair play. Again, I think that sort of topic is a topic for a different upload, maybe. Come the end of the season, but I'm just glad that regardless of what happens on Sunday, that this season is coming to a close. Big up to Warren. Really do appreciate your super chat, mate. As I say, with any super chat, anything that anybody can afford to donate goes straight back into the channel. And I really do appreciate anything that you can give. Really do appreciate that, Warren. Thank you so much, my friend. £4 donation. 2 hours a day training now says it all about fitness. Yep, that's the point that Luke Ayling made, isn't it? The point that annoyed me. You at least expect fitness in a team, don't you? But anyway, we'll just end the stream then, guys, with just one final question, basically, to the 29 of you that are in the building. Is there any hope for Sunday? Is there anyone in the chat who actually believes that we're going to stay up on Sunday? Is there anyone in the chat that can see us beating Spurs? Is there anyone in the chat that can see Bournemouth beating Everton? Is there any way that Leeds United stay in the Premier League on Sunday? For me, there isn't. I think Everton get a point at least against Bournemouth, and I think we get beat by Spurs. Kane, Kulusevski, Son, Richarlison, Danjuma, whatever he's called, Bissouma, Romero. That they've still got good players. They have. They've got good players of Spurs, and I think whatever the scoreline is, I think we're definitely going to get beat. In my opinion, Fergal's saying nope. Joanne's also saying no, and Warren's saying no chance. Wuxia Game Central is saying we can if we go Red Bull style, balls to the wall, fight like hell. Mate, if we play Red Bull style, we're definitely not getting anything. Spurs will be Spursy, Leeds will be Leedsy, and it will be fun to laugh at. Yeah, exactly. Leedsy and Spursy playing against each other. That should be interesting, but I don't think Spurs will be Spursy in this game. I do think they'll win. I really do. Sean's also saying no as well, so... Mark's saying, I'm taking my priest to bless the players on Sunday because we need a miracle. Yeah, I think that's the only way Leeds stay up now is if the football gods give us a miracle. But somehow, guys, I just don't see that happening. You might think I'm being negative, but to be But to be fair, I've asked the question and all of you pretty much who have wrote in have said no. We almost beat Spurs with Marsh. It worked outside of it. Yeah, but come on, that the pressure situation that we're in now, they haven't got the bottle for it, I don't think. Again, I really do hope that they prove me wrong, but I just don't think that they've got the bottle for it, guys. And I do think relegation will be confirmed and official on Sunday. So we'll leave it there, guys. It's been a really good stream, a good interaction, and a good chat as always on the last say. We've been going for nearly 50 minutes, and there's 32 of you in the building, 34 actually in the building. If you wouldn't mind, please smashing a like on the stream on your way out. It really does help get the video out there so people can watch it on the replay and get more eyes on the channel. Please subscribe to the channel if you're brand new as well. As I said, since last night's review, I've had quite a lot of new subscribers to the channel, which is really much appreciated. But please subscribe if you are a returning viewer and you've not subscribed already. It is free and it'll really help me on the road to 3,000 subscribers. Please hit that notification bell as well so that you're always aware of when I'm uploading and going live. And of course, get all of your comments and thoughts in after the stream ends. Not sure when I'll be back with more content, guys. I'll try and get something out over the next few days, but if not, it'll be all of your Tottenham pre-match content towards the back end of the week as we gear up for our final Premier League game, in my opinion. So yeah, enjoy the rest of your evening and your week, and I'll see you in a bit. Cheers.